Republican operatives have been helping Kanye West get on the ballot in several states, including Minnesota and Colorado. It's being seen as an effort to win over potential Biden voters and help Donald Trump in the states where he's on the ballot or he's getting there. Are you concerned that these efforts are going to be successful?
Listen, Joe and I are going to work hard to earn every vote.
Kanye West doesn't scare you?
What is the biggest challenge and the biggest goal is to earn the vote of everyone. And that's going to be about telling folks about how we will build back better. It's about telling folks that we're going to put science and public health concerns ahead of politics. It's about saying we're going to grow our economy and invest in the jobs of the future and in the American worker and the American family. And that's how we're going to earn those votes.
Guys, I got to tell you, I love Kanye West. I really do. I don't like his music as much, but I love his personality. I love his ideas. And I love the fact that he seems to be a contrarian, right? When the world goes left, Kanye goes right. When the world goes right, Kanye goes left. And I actually kind of like that, right? I kind of like that. I like people who speak their minds, who I know are not controlled, that I know believe the things that they say. It's a similar reason to why I like Trump. And again, I don't even agree with everything Kanye says. Just like I don't agree with everything Trump says. I just like people who, in my opinion, seem to be genuine people, right? And big personalities, okay? And Kanye West does not disappoint again, as he does a interview on Revolt TV in which he calls out Kamala Harris. He doubles down on canceling Black History Month, and he says he still has on his red cap. Take a listen.
It's like Black History Month. Cancel, right? Put this on Black Twitter right now. Ye says cancel Black History Month. Why? I need Black Future Month. I need Black Possibility Month. I'm tired of seeing us getting hosed down. I'm tired of talking about slavery and how we should only be so lucky to vote for a woman we ain't seen since the election. I mean, we should.
Jesus, can't go there. Okay, large pro or primo? Large professor or primo? I'm trying to get off away from this.
Y'all thought I wasn't gonna get killed by the end of this interview. I'm doing everything I can, bro. No, we can't. No more Black history. This is here to remind you of who they want us to be and not who we really are, bro. And you know when I say they, who there's overlapping they.
Niggas at the college be talking about. They don't want you to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, because they don't love you. They will put up with you, but they do not love us in that way, and they are afraid of what is inevitable. Yeah. No, Pusha voted Democrat, voted for Kamala. We ain't seen her since the election either. And I ain't seen you saw Whole Foods. I ain't seen it since the election. They got 94% of the Black female vote. You would have thought Drake was running. You know, it was really hard for me to get in contact with both of them in all actuality. I had to tweet to
but
really...
you had a red hat on at the time, though?
No, this is after I had a red hat, but I still got a red hat on today. I'll let y'all know that. I might not got it on, but I'll let y'all know where I stand.
Confirmed? But that was one.
All right, guys, so there's a whole lot there to address. First, I'm going to address the whole red hat thing, then Kamala, then we're going to talk about the Black History Month comment, which I've done a video on this before about Kanye talking about this. But when it comes to the red hat thing, I don't know if you guys were aware, but Kanye, who tried to run for president last year, at one point he said, I'm taking off my red hat. Okay. And now a lot of people saw that as well. He is distancing himself from Trump. He doesn't support Trump anymore. And that's kind of a logical way to interpret that. But it seems like now that he's coming out and saying that, hey, I still got on my red hat, and he's not running for president anymore, that could be him saying that he, I guess, still supports Trump, or that he's still cool with Trump, or whatever, right? So I thought it was interesting for him to come out and say that, especially how on one of his songs on Donda, Jay-Z told Kanye to get rid of that red hat, right? So I just find Kanye just to be a hilarious dude. But outside of that, you know, I mean, it also could mean that he's still like on his, I guess, red pill vibes or whatever, right? It also could mean that too. I'm not exactly sure. I just thought it was an interesting comment. Now, about the whole Kamala thing, I have mixed feelings about this comment because I'm not sure if I actually want to see more of Kamala, but I understand the point that he's making because if we saw more of Kamala, then I'm not necessarily sure that would be good for this country, right? Considering how she's handled the border crisis and every assignment that Biden has given her, she's failed on. I mean, I guess that's kind of good for us, except the border, but I'm just saying the whole voting thing, all that other stuff, she hasn't exactly been effective, right? And if she was to actually take charge, I do think she would be more left than Joe Biden, right? I really do. I think she's definitely more progressive than Joe Biden. So again, I'm not sure if I want to see more of her, but I think the point that Kanye was making is that these people like Kamala Harris and Democrats come out here every single year and give the same old promises over and over and over and over again when it comes to black people, right? But then after the election is over, they're nowhere to be found, right? They told people to vote for Kamala and Joe because Kamala is a so-called woman of color because she's half Indian and half Jamaican. And after that, hey, they're nowhere to be found anymore, right? Now, again, part of the reason why Kamala's nowhere to be found in terms of visibly is because she's trying to distance herself from Joe Biden, right? She don't want to be associated with a falling stock, right? But I think that, you know, Kanye's point here, which is that, again, this happens every single time, yet black people still continue to vote for Democrats. And I thought that at this phase, people would realize, like, okay, what's going on, and it would change their voting habits. But honestly, guys, I am actually really starting to lose faith that it is even remotely possible to change the voting habits of black people whatsoever when it comes to this. As in Virginia, right, where, you know, Glenn Youngkin won, running off a platform on education and the woke indoctrination that's being pushed on our schools. I thought when he won initially, right, I was like, okay, this dude definitely had to appeal to a lot of black people when it came to his platform, right? It seemed that he was actually trying to, you know, kind of outreach there, right? Without necessarily playing a race card, but more focusing on issues that I think a lot of people can kind of resonate with. However, I was disappointed to see in the exit polls that he didn't really do that much better with black people than Republicans normally do, right? As I believe that he only got 13% of the black vote in Virginia, and black voters made up 16% of the electorate, right? They were the highest minority group, right? But once again, 13% of them only voted for a Republican, right? And that, to me, again, is disappointing because those numbers aren't much better than what happened in the last Virginia governor race, right? Now, it's better than I think the numbers are nationally, right? So it's better than that, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, like, what is it gonna take, right? What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take to actually get people to wake up and to stop going along with the Democrat bait and switch every single election, right? I'm almost starting to think that it is impossible. And if you listen to somebody like Kanye and you listen to him talk, I think he actually really does have it figured out in regards to how this game is supposed to work, right? And one of the reasons why I know is the way he talks about certain issues when it comes to black people, right? The way he talks about abortion. He's like, no, we shouldn't be aborting our kids, right? Half of our population every single year. Like, what are we doing, right? He also talks about Black History Month. And the way he frames it, he says, no, we shouldn't have a Black History Month because it's basically Black Victimhood Month. Every single Black History Month, we're always talking about how bad things were for black people. And that's the conversation that the woke revolutionaries want to have all the time. And I think Kanye realizes what a lot of people don't realize, right? Is that has a psychological effect on people, right? Words have meaning. And when you continue to tell people that you are nothing but victims, you are nothing but slaves, right? And you've been victimized by the white man your whole life, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy that really, in my opinion, it's hard to kind of get out of that mold when you're constantly being told that. This is why I'm just simply uninterested in having a race conversation in schools, period. It is just not a productive conversation whatsoever, right? We need to be talking about empowerment. We need to be teaching kids skills. giving them skills to make them successful. And that's why I say that the solution to this so-called race problem is really empowerment, right? That's the actual solution. The solution is not to double and triple down in victimhood, right? But that's what the woke left wants to push, and that's why they want to keep having this race conversation where they want to ingrain in people's heads that they don't have opportunity in life, or not as much opportunity in life, simply because of their skin color, right? No matter how much they want to pretend like it's not happening, right? And that's why I'm so passionate against fighting back against this, because that mentality in and of itself is not going to lead to success, right? This is why Kanye says we should have a Black Future Month, right? When you're thinking about what are we going to become, right? How are we going to overcome, rather than what happened to us in the past that was bad, right? Everybody knows that history hasn't necessarily been pretty on that front. Everybody knows that, but you don't have to remind people of that every single day, right? Again, Kanye just gets it, right? He just gets it on a certain level, how the game is supposed to be played. And I really, really, really do respect him for that. And I admire him for his ability to pick up on this stuff and also to manifest that in his own life. I mean, the man he says, allegedly, he's a billionaire, right? A self-made billionaire. An example for everybody to follow that, like, listen, if you believe in yourself and you equipped yourself with, knowledge and, the work ethic, anything is possible, right? Anything is possible, right? It's almost like he believes that he's destined to be great and that he's destined to overcome. And again, that manifests itself in real life. And that's the message that I think people should take away from people like Kanye, not the fact that, he supports Trump and blah, blah. None of that stuff really actually matters. Listen to what the guy is actually trying to tell you. He's actually trying to get people out of this mindset of victimhood, right? And more of a mindset of being destined for greatness, right? And overcoming, which I think is hugely important. I think a lot of people miss that about what Kanye is actually saying, because they get stuck up on the two-dimensional political aspect of, him saying that, he supports Trump and him having a red hat on and all that other stuff, right? But again, like I said, I just found this interview from Kanye and what he's saying to be fascinating, and I'm glad that he hasn't really changed at all in regards to his views on this stuff, because I think that the things he's saying are very, very, very beneficial and important for people to actually listen to, because he has the formula, right? He has the formula. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.